Hello, guys. Welcome to Sporting and Out. Today we'll be talking about the transfer window. And first, on our transfer news, we're talking about Real Madrid are closing in on a new deal for Brian Diaz until June 2030. What do you think about that? Yes. First of all, I would like to mention that the transfer window was closed because of it was opened first of all for the Club World Cup teams to be able to have some signings, and it was then closed. Now it's reopened till September. For your question, you mentioned Brahim Diaz move still extending his contract at Real Madrid. Um, I actually think it's a very good decision. It will be a good decision for him, but because Real Madrid is the biggest team in the world right now. They are the team with the most Champions League wins, most Champions League titles, and I feel like um, try, I feel like Real Madrid wants to build a team that will last for long. They want to go back to their Benzema, Ronaldo, Luka Modric era, where they have a team that can stand the time for like 10 years, 10 years straight, and will move like a train for the success of the team. Yeah, so for me, that transfer news is actually an exciting one. Brahim Diaz has played spectacularly well for the Real Madrid side, and it has been a very good love story between Brahim Diaz and Real Madrid, having a good connection with the team and all. Yes, and having the chance to change allegiance from Spain to Morocco, yes. Just last year. Yeah, so the next player is Thibaut Courtois. Because Real Madrid also um wanting to close in the deal to extend the deal of Thibaut Courtois in their squad. What do you think about them extending the goalies um time in the even when people are actually insulting the goalkeeper of making some errors probably towards the end of the season due to the injury and all. What do you think about that dynamics? Yes, Thibaut Courtois, no matter how people talk about him, is the best goalie in the world. Um, um, he has proved himself. We know goalkeepers get better with time. Um, Thibaut Courtois is the best. Let's leave the word one of out of it. He has proven himself right from coming from Chelsea. He played at Atletico Madrid, then now Real came Madrid to Real Madrid, and he has been showing that he is a player that you can rely on. When Real Madrid got him, I think they've won the Champions League. Yes. After that, yes. And I know that they've won the league, they've won the Champions League with Thibaut Courtois between the sticks. Yes. And I know that is a player that you can rely on. What do you think about as well? Yeah, for me, Thibaut Courtois is the best, like you said. Is the best goalkeeper in the world. Thibaut Courtois, whenever is actually playing, you know that it's going to be is going to give you clean sheets and also the next we're going to be talking about another goalkeeper, and this is it. Mark Ter Stegen is one of the names on Galatasaray's short list for a new goalkeeper this summer. What do you think about that dynamics? He hasn't signed for any club yet. He hasn't made any contract extension with Barcelona, but he's on radars of some clubs this summer. What do you think about that? Yes, the reason why he's on radars of clubs now is because there has been news that Barcelona wants to turn him to a permanent keeper number two, and I don't think Ter Stegen wants that. He wants to go to a club where he will keep on playing week in week out. Just the injuries that just made his season that just made things difficult for him. But he came back, he bounced back. He conceded some goals, but they still won the league. So you can't really, you cannot really blame Ter Stegen for having injuries. Injuries is a common thing. This is football. Yeah. Even in basketball, they get injured and they go for surgeries. it's you can't blame a player. Courtois also went on like an 8 months journey through injury last season as well, and no one really no one really gave him a backlash. But it seems when it comes to Barcelona, if a player doesn't really do well, we get backlashes from their fans.
Even the fans, yes, like I wanted to say, the fans of Barcelona are the problem of the players. We saw it happen to Arojo. We
Ansu
saw
Fati.
Ansu Fati. They make players look
Bad.
look very
Lewandowski
bad.
as well.
Lewandowski as well. Lewandowski was their top scorer
The previous
the
season
previous season, even
and
last
last
season.
season.
And you tend to insult him. You tend to call them names. Even Ter Stegen, he got injured. You said it was on purpose. He got
Yes.
injured. Why will you say a player will go for surgery and come back and also go back because it was actually very close. He came back, then he left
Yes,
for another
they
Sunday.
brought
They
in
brought
Chesney.
in Chesney to complete the season. But Ter Stegen actually came back towards the end of the season. They won the league, and it has been a very good marriage between Barcelona and Ter Stegen.
But
But
now,
when we're hearing news of him turning to the second permanent goalkeeper
looking for a new
goalkeeper, and he's there, I think he should actually pack his bags
and
walk out of the
I
club
was actually
generously.
in one of our previous videos, I was actually saying that Manchester United can see now that Ter Stegen is free. They should quickly look forward to getting him. You know that keepers they're not like players that when they get injured they lose their form. Keepers get better with age. We know
Yes,
that even him being old is not
it's
a
not a barrier.
disadvantage.
Yes,
We it should come. We can actually bid for him to come to Manchester United. We don't need a young goalkeeper. We tried it for Onana and we see where we are now.
yeah. So for Mark Ter Stegen, I think Manchester United should actually keep him in the radar. But while hearing there's another goalkeeper we are going to be talking about in this transfer news, and um,
Emi
Emi
Martinez
Martinez of Argentina and
and Aston Villa.
Aston Villa. So Emi Martinez is one goalkeeper in Manchester United's radar, and I hope Manchester United actually completes that signing. We are hearing if Onana is sold, that's the clause that if Onana is sold,
So
then we buy Emi Martinez. But I feel Manchester United can also buy Emi Martinez
even
and
without
even
Onana
without
being sold,
Onana being sold. So Onana, we should stop playing the Manchester United goalkeeping
one
of
keeper,
one keeper that will keep the whole
yes,
season and all.
one good keeper,
No good.
and not even having someone that can be as a
What if
backup.
what if he has a red card, or what if he has triple yellow cards
Or
and
gets injured.
or gets injured and is to miss the games, who would come to Manchester United's rescue at the goalpost? I think Adi Onana, though is not good. I think Adi Onana should actually be given a chance this season alongside a new goalkeeper that they'll be playing. Because if you're a goalkeeper and
You need competition,
you
yes.
need competition. It happened to Raya, and during the last season we saw Raya being
And Ramsdale.
Ramsdale being put side by side. This person will play this week. This person will play this week. But we also saw Raya actually win the Golden Glove
Yes.
because he played more matches than Ramsdale in that season.
Yes.
So the next transfer news is AS Monaco of France actually talking in talks with Ansu Fati and Paul Pogba. What do you think about that dynamics?
Yes, it is time. It is time. It is time for Paul Pogba to start playing again. We've missed him on the pitch.
Yes.
After the 2 years break which he had due to the doping which was found, he actually said it's a mistake and actually won his case and was acquitted and got just 2 years out of 4 years, and now is ready to play. I think AS Monaco going back to his native land, France. I think that's going to be a very good way for us to see the legend play again. AS Monaco, very good team in the they are like the only team that has won the league
Yes,
in France, within
aside
the
PSG.
yes, aside PSG. So, and it was when Mbappe was playing for them.
Yeah,
When Mbappe crossed over to PSG, PSG started dominating. But now that we see that they want to sign players like Paul Pogba and Ansu Fati, let's see what will happen there, because they
yeah.
will get more attention now.
So for me, Paul Pogba, the dancing feet. We know Paul Pogba to be a prolific player. Even at Manchester United, at any club that at Juventus, at any club that he plays for, is always prolific. We know Paul Pogba to, if not for the doping the
Incidents.
incidents, we would have seen Paul Pogba actually thrive a lot, even in the France squad. And Paul Pogba moving to Monaco. It's not yet done, but Ansu Fati's deal is going to be done in days. So we're seeing um, Ansu Fati has agreed to go to yes, Monaco. It's just some paperwork that is remaining. But Paul Pogba's own is they are still in talks with Paul Pogba, but we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. It's looking bright for Monaco that Paul Pogba, the legend Paul Pogba, is going to be playing for that club, and him going back to France to play. It's going to be a very good one because he's going to be known. Uh, he's known, but he's going to be seen very well in his own country, and
Yes.
the
They
the
get to see the legend play again.
yes, and the bad lights that he was, the doping and all, will
Will be
definitely
able to be
will be able
cancelled.
to cancel that. He will be able to play good football, like he always does.
Yes, Paul Pogba, a former Manchester United player, I really wish him well. I really love the way he played for Manchester United. Was part of the Manchester United winning squad in the Europa League, and
Yes,
we can see how how good he was and
yeah.
how good he's going to be at Monaco.
The next transfer news is Bayern Leverkusen have joined the interest in Manchester City's English winger Jack Grealish, who is 29, as a possible replacement for Florian Wirtz. We know Florian Wirtz actually left Leverkusen, and we know these deals are done by the legend himself, Terry Ten Hag. See, we call him the legend because
In signing
he
players,
is
legend in signing
signing
players.
players. Because but to be honest, I
We
don't
saw
know
his
what
beautiful
was his
transfers
beautiful
for
transfers.
Manchester
But
United.
he loves his ex players, but Jack Grealish isn't his ex player. But
He's ex-player now from Manchester. He's taking him.
yeah, so
He's trying.
He wants Jack Grealish to replace Ritz in Bayern Leverkusen. What do you think about that dynamics, given the fact that Florian Ritz said he wants to leave um, Manchester,
Has already left.
left Manchester
Uh,
City,
uh, Florian Wirtz has already left
left Leverkusen,
Leverkusen.
and also Jack Grealish rather
Wants to
wants
leave.
to leave Manchester City willingly because he hasn't been given play time, and also he hasn't been he hasn't been playing very well and has not been chosen as an England player
Player.
in quite a while because he's not getting a lot of play time. I think if he actually moves to Bayern Leverkusen, he'll see a lot of play time. But there's one player that will actually be looking forward to playing alongside Jack Grealish. That's Victor Boniface. I just wish he'll be given a lot of time on the pitch because Victor Boniface is a very good player, and he was actually in a lot of signing conversation last season. Even this season is also in some conversations, but this Jack Grealish coming into the squad, I don't know how it's going to be balanced.
Yes. You mentioned Eric Ten Hag making wonderful signings. I don't see the equation being balanced. Getting Grealish to replace Florian Wirtz, even if you use age, it doesn't add up. If you use talent, it doesn't add up. How will you use Jack Grealish to replace Florian Wirtz? Is it that you want to take I don't know what he's seeing. He's a coach. Definitely he saw something in Jack Grealish that he loves. Maybe the dribbles, maybe the if I watch I've watched Jack Grealish play a lot, and I see that he's always having troubles in getting the ball at in the box. When if he dribbles and gets to the box, to find the back of the net is always a problem for him, and he doesn't like to release the ball for someone else to score. But um, maybe if he comes to Bayer Leverkusen, he will actually see a lot of game time. Definitely, he will see a lot of game time because there's no more Florian Wirtz and Jeremy Frimpong. Um, he will see a lot of playtime. Boniface, I'm happy for him as well. He's also going to see a lot of playtime if he does not leave this summer. So let's just see how he's going to play. Still speaking on the signing, it's actually a good signing for Bayer Leverkusen. It's a good signing for Jack Grealish himself, who
Yes.
wants to leave
And see playtime.
yes. And is going to really see the playtime.
Yeah, so another news is Sabi Anades being one of the foreigners for Saudi Al Ahly club as their new coach. What do you think about Sabi Anades? Do you think he would take the coaching task at coaching job in Saudi Pro League?
No, I really doubt that. I don't think he's going to take that job. Coming from the only team that he has coached was
Barcelona.
Barcelona, and I don't think that's the only team, but the only team that everyone knows him that he has coached is Barcelona. But coming from coaching Barcelona to going to Saudi, I don't think that's going to be um, a right way to take the. We saw what Gerard was it Gerard that went to Saudi Pro League, and now he asked for an exit, and he's no more a coach there over there. But I don't think Al Ahly is actually a team where Sabi Hernandez, the great Sabi Hernandez that won the La Liga.
I think this conversation was actually brought last season, where we had some clubs from the Saudi Pro League were actually gunning for the great Sabi Hernandez. We know Sabi Hernandez to be a coach that actually coaches with intention, and we know that he wants to develop himself as a world best class coach. And but for me, I don't think Sabi Hernandez would actually sign for Saudi Al Ahly. I think that's one transfer that is going to be actually deep. And but Sabi Hernandez will be looking forward to where he's going to be signing this summer, and or anytime he wants to sign, we're looking forward to
we know he has not even signed for a while. He's looking for that great team that is going to take him to the next level in his coaching career.
Yeah, so the next is Atletico Madrid have opened internal talks to sign Andrew Robertson from Liverpool.
It's just an opening talk. There's agents speaking to the club, and for me, Robertson. I think Robertson is going to go if he's going to go for the right price and to the right club. Um, I think that deal is going to work out. Let's just see how it goes in the coming days.
Yeah, let's see how it goes. So be watching for that.
Yeah, we'll be giving you more updates
on that. Also, the next transfer news we'll be rushing. This is agreement between Tottenham and Bayern Munich for Matthias Tel in a deal worth 35 million. Do you think um a Tottenham player should be worth that amount?
Um, for I think that's the amount that is being called. I
Yeah.
think for him to get that amount, I think he should go. Um, although Tottenham need a lot of players to stay back because of the rebuilding. But I think um that amount is very very good for a player.
Yeah,
Very good.
so yeah, that amount is actually good for a player, and we'll also be going to our big transfer news. But before we go to our big transfer news, Florian Wirtz has signed officially to Liverpool as a Liverpool player um this summer for a record deal of 116 million. What do you think about there are conversations that have been rolling around that it was around 150 million before, but Liverpool has issued a statement that it's 116 million. Um, they actually got
Florian
Florian with.
Wirtz.
The conversation now is, will he be a flop or will he be a prolific player at Liverpool?
Yeah, we know Liverpool and Chelsea are kings of signing players with record signings. Manchester United have gotten a couple of record signings as well, but Liverpool and Chelsea are kings of signing
But
record signings.
if you look at the list, number 1 to 10, Manchester United isn't part of record sign.
Yeah,
If we look at number 1, we have Florian Wirtz now, then Moses Caicedo. Then the rest of the clubs getting that. Manchester United isn't part, but we always say Manchester United are buying players. Manchester United are buying players,
expensive. Yeah.
expensive players. But we have not gotten that record signing.
Now, the problem about Manchester United is that we overvalue some players. Some players that are not worth 60 million are being paid 60 million.
Yes.
Some players that are not worth 70 million are being paid 70 million. That's not a record signing. That might not reach the record signing list, but it's still a record signing for that particular player. And for Florian Wirtz getting that particular amount, I think is worth it. Knowing what he did for Bayer Leverkusen, carrying them to two trophies, three trophies. If I may add, they got the league, they got the DFB Pokal, and they also got the German Super Cup, and I think it's very deserving for him to be signed for that amount. I don't know why, if you can sign Florian Wirtz for that amount, why can't you give Victor Osimhen um that same kind of signing, that same kind of offer? Why are we saying is should we
I
go back to the roots of
For
saying
me,
that is it
I
because it's an
don't.
African?
I think Liverpool does not want to be shanked because Victor Osimhen might not want to pick Liverpool, even if they actually will find that amount. I think they've they would have definitely spoken
No,
to the agent.
now I'm speaking generally, like for teams. Why are we downplaying Victor Osimhen's funds? Why are we saying that he doesn't worth some amount of money? And
Uh,
when he calls that he wants, Victor Osimhen just asks for 260 pounds per week. And some players, we see Sancho is collecting 300,000 pounds for playing nothing. And why Victor Osimhen that scores the goals and does all the work is not being offered that kind of amount?
yeah, I think this summer Victor Osimhen is going to see a very good club, and we are hoping in the coming days we will give you information about the dynamics between Galatasaray and
Yes, and Victor
Victor
Osimhen.
Osimhen. And yes, so another news is Manchester City. They made
Signings
couple of
for the Club
signings
World Cup.
for the Club World Cup, and this is Tijani Regendes, also Matthias Ryan and Ryan at Nori. And Regendes fee was for 46.3 million, and Matthias Ryan Czechie for 33.7 billion, and Ryan at Nori for 33 million. What do you think about those signs?
Yes, I will start with Ryan at Nori. I would like to mention that the last time we saw an Algerian player play for
Manchester City.
Manchester City, it was Mahrez, and we know what he did, and we know what he is also doing at Al Ahly
Mahrez,
in Saudi Arabia.
Mahrez actually was a contender in the Africa.
Yes,
I think
he has CAF
award,
best player award. Yes.
Yeah. So when they pick players from Algeria,
You know that
you
it's
know
going
that
to
it's going
be a blast.
we're definitely going to be if from this Club World Cup, I'm expecting
Yes,
damage for teams.
Yes, I'm seeing Manchester City playing the finals with Bayern Munich. I don't know how it's going to be played, if they are going to end up meeting themselves in quarterfinals or semifinals or all that. But I'm seeing that kind of finals. I'm seeing a blast
against PSG
or Real Madrid as well.
or Real Madrid.
Yeah, but Manchester City is a team to contend with because of the new signings. They have they've signed a lot of players. You've mentioned Tijani Rangers. He is also a very good player. Ryan Cherki, very 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 important player in the new squad. With Haaland, playing with Mamouche, playing with the likes of Akonji and all these other players. That's really going to be a fantastic.
And I think Manchester City actually bombarding their team with fresh legs, new players.
With the best coach, Pep Guardiola being their coach as well,
is going to give them that boost and momentum. Because last season we saw Akonji, Ake, actually crying out last season.
Akonji
that
about
the games,
more games
are so many. So it's going to be giving them a lot of chance to see players to play different games and resting some of their players. Now the big transfer news of the day, that is Gyökeres. Gyökeres said he wants to go to Arsenal. It's still a speculation, but Manchester United is still on the radar, and Arsenal have also said that if they don't get Cisco, who is their main attacking choice this season, that they will get Gyökeres. For me, I would love that Cisco deal to work out so that Manchester United will get Victor Gyökeres. What do you think about that whole dynamics? Because we're seeing a lot of news from is either the sporting director says this or Gyökeres camp says this. But Gyökeres camp has been on the stance that they want Manchester United. But while you are seeing another news that Gyökeres wants Arsenal. What do you think about that?
Yes, for Gyökeres wanting Arsenal, I think it's just Champions League he wants to play. And for me, I really I would love him because I'm a Manchester United fan. I would love him to come to Manchester United too, because we know he's a goal scorer.
And given the fact that his former coach, Ruben Amorim,
yes,
is Manchester United's current coach, it will give them that love. That love is definitely still there, and to give them that chance to actually play very well under his administration.
Yeah, we know Gyökeres is a goal scorer.
Yes,
he's not a player that just wants to score. That just wants to learn how to score.
Yeah.
We are seeing the likes of Cunha. Cunha's deal is already signed.
Yes.
Signed, sealed, and delivered.
Even Mbeumo's conversation is actually almost
still in talks. Tottenham are trying to get him as well. Because of Tottenham now has a new coach who wants his former player to come to from Brentford to Tottenham. And I don't think Mbeumo is going to take Tottenham over Manchester United, because
given the fact that
both of them are actually in the same category.
Given the fact that Manchester United is a bigger club, is a club with a lot of records, I think based on consistency in trophies, Manchester United is a consistent club in trophies. We saw Manchester United reaching the finals of the Europa, missing out by just one goal
yes.
to Tottenham. And Tottenham that hasn't won a trophy in
70 years.
in 17
In
years.
17 years, yes.
Yeah, so we leaving the great Manchester United and going to Tottenham. I think Umbumo is actually going to pick Manchester
Yeah.
United. But Victor Gyökeres, please, I'm begging you, come to Man U.
Please,
come to Man U.
Manchester United is a better club for you. Now, this is me soliciting for Manchester United to keep an intensive pressure on adding money. Victor Gyökeres is worth any amount.
Yeah.
Please put in all these funds and let us get him. We have, before we close, we would like to mention Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Yes.
We left him out of the transfer conversation. He signed his
deal done.
He's even
at the Club World Cup
we
right
even
now.
saw him speaking Spanish.
What do you think about that conversation? We have been seeing a lot of Liverpool fans crying, saying that Trent Alexander-Arnold has been planning his move 1 year ago or 6 months ago. That it takes a player 2 years to actually learn Spanish. But I think Gyökeres was actually determined.
Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Trent Alexander-Arnold rather is actually one player that is determined, and he has had it in mind that
he's going to Real Madrid.
Play for Real Madrid. We have been seeing the speculations. He had almost signed the deal during the beginning of the
winter transfer
window, and but he didn't go due to the respect he had for Liverpool, and he wanted to actually win the league and all for Liverpool. So
yeah, we know all what has been happening in the life of Trent. It has always been a known fact that he was going to Real Madrid.
Yes.
And before a news can come out that a player is going to go, it has been set.
Yes.
Like the case of Mbappe, we knew like 2 years before he signed for Real Madrid that he was going to go and sign for Real Madrid.
We saw that Jude Bellingham played a vital role in him coming because they are both country mates, and we saw that there were conversations between Jude Bellingham and Arnold on him persuading him to actually come to play for Real Madrid.
But Arnold actually he said that was not really the case. He said that it was the love for the club, and the club loves to win trophies.
Yes,
that's why he signed for Real Madrid. I think I actually believe him. I don't believe that it was just yes, Bellingham will play a role, but I don't think that the fact that Real Madrid is a trophy club, Champions League side, I think that's one thing that he actually puts into consideration for leaving a team that he has been with since which is Liverpool, coming to coming to Real Madrid, and him speaking Spanish fluently. I think maybe Spanish is a language that you can just learn randomly.
Probably
maybe
he has a family member that actually does Spanish,
and he was learning it.
Yeah,
that people don't even know. People just know him as an English speaking boy, but now he's a Spanish speaking boy.
I watched that video where Arnold was speaking Spanish like he was born there. So congratulations to all signings, and yes, congratulations to all those that have signed their deals. And thank you guys for watching today's episode. Don't forget, you can bet on 1xBet using our promo code Sporting and Out, SPORTINAND Sporting and Out. And also, this is an 18 plus ad. If you are not 18, please don't bet. Thank you guys for watching today's episode. Please like, share, and subscribe.